Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Cathi and I'm a coach for the twin flame process and for your personal growth. Today I'm going to talk about the reasons why your twin flame and you are separated at the time and how can you deal with it, what is the topic and what is the theme of it. You can write a comment and if you want to, you can write an email to info@twinflamelove.de, or you can have a look at our website www.twinflamelove.de, and on the right side in the line above you can switch the language to English so that you can have a look at our offers. I can go in your energy field maybe and can tell you what the higher guides, spiritual guides, are going to tell you and what your reasons are for all of your problems and so on. So let's start with a new episode, and if you want to follow, please click below or just go through Instagram and all the social media accounts. So have fun with it. Yes, so today I want to talk about the reasons why he or she, that means your twin flame, is in a retreat or is going in a retreat, or why you separate with each other. And the reasons are very different. There are no specific reasons for the separation and for the retreat for the other person, but I have some reasons for you. And the first is the ego, your ego and your thoughts of your ego. That means maybe you have an argument with each other and one of you both is now obstinate and don't want any contact with your twin flame. Yes, and no, I don't want any contact, and he or she hurt me, so I don't want to deal with him or her anymore. And now you are in this mood, and it could be that you are in a pattern that you had before already, and maybe it is a pattern that you wearing clothes for the other person from which you think that the other person will like it, or maybe that you have some hobbies but you don't do them anymore because you want to be there for your twin flame and for the other person and just wait for the call to go with him or her, or you are going to do some hobbies which you don't like, but you are doing it for the other person and for your twin flame, and so you are just going to bend yourself for the other person and for your twin flame. And that is a pattern that doesn't work anymore with your twin flame, because your twin flame is going to feel and see all these things. He or she wants that you are living your highest potential, your higher self, that you are living all of your soul, your fullest power, and shine and go through your life with this highest potential and your power. And if he or she sees that you are bending yourself for your twin flame and that you are not yourself and holding yourself in your lower self, I will call it like that, then maybe your twin flame is going to leave because he or she is seeing it. Yeah, you have to be in your fullest power and all the things that you ever dreamed of, and that's what the other person wants from you, and not that you are going to bend yourself for any person in your life, not only for your twin flame. And the second is that there could be expectations to your partner. He has to make me happy. He has to do the housework that I'm happy, or she has to do the housework. She has to cook, or whatever. Or there are some circumstances in the outside that doesn't fit in your life or in the relationship with your twin flame, so that you can't be with each other in that moment. Maybe you are living in different countries, maybe you are living in another state, or you have some cultural difficulties. That's what I experienced a lot with you guys. And maybe you are married, or your twin flame is married, and there are children, and you have a family, and you don't want to leave the family right now. And so you can't be with each other, and you can't deal with each other in that moment. And that's often a reason why people say, so I know that he or she is my twin flame, and I don't want to live with him or her in that time, in that moment, and I'm going back to my family, or I'm living my life, and so on. That is your free will, but I am asking myself, why should we do that? So, okay, that's a point later. And then maybe you are coming in this state or this mood of a victim. Yes, maybe you say, oh, everything is bad, my twin flame is bad, I can't deal with it anymore. And in that time, and if you are going to see yourself as a victim, you are not really by yourself. You are not dealing with yourself. You are just giving the fault to all of the other persons on the outside. And that's not true. That's really not true. If you are in this mood of a victim, you are in your thoughts, in the outside, not in yourself. And that's a point where you bend yourself and so on. In the twin flame relationship, you have to be in a unity with yourself. That is the aim, the unity with yourself, then the unity with your twin flame, and the unity with the universe. If your twin flame feels that you need somebody else in your life to be happy, that you have expectations, that you are not really in your highest potential, and you are not the person your soul is already, and your twin flame sees everything, then he or she is going to give you a gift and is going away. Is going out of your way, because that is the point where you are going to grow. And that sounds a little bit crazy, yeah? That sounds a little bit, oh my God, why? But it is like that. And if you have an argument, or you are in a discussion and you just don't want to deal with him or her anymore, that's okay for this moment. And in that moment, you don't think about that there is a present, because the other person is going away. You are just thinking your ego thoughts and, oh my God, oh, this is stupid, or why is he or she like that, and so on. But your twin flame is feeling everything of you. And if there's a time where you are not in the physical meeting, if you are just away for a while, it is a big present for you, because you have to deal with all your negative thoughts, emotions, with your patterns, with your themes and everything. You have to deal with all of this stuff. I just said it before, you have to clean up your cellar. Look what there is in your cellar and clean it up. That doesn't mean that we have to go away with everything, that it's away. We don't want to make your anxiety away from everything. We don't want to have no more fear. We just want to deal with this fear, for example, deal with it, say, hello, here I am seeing you, I am feeling you, and I accept you. And that's the point where your fear or all your negative thoughts, emotions, and whatever is going to go and be a little bit smaller in your life. And every time you deal with this fear and all the other stuff, it will be a little bit less powerful over your life. Otherwise, we are going our whole life with these negative thoughts, emotions, patterns, and so on. All these things and themes have the power over our life, and that's not what gives us our highest potential. That is what keeps us in a lower self, and keeps us in a smaller version of who we really are. And if you break up, and if you have the pain and all these things, it is what it is in that moment. But what is the advantage, or what is the benefit for you to be in this harm? What is the benefit? Why are you sitting there and going through this pain? You have to go through the pain, yes. But if you are always in a state of harm, it's not going to bring you anywhere. You are just the victim of your circumstances, and that's not what the life is about, and definitely not the relationship to your twin flame. That means you have to deal with yourself first, and then you can deal with your twin flame, and you can deal with the universe as well. But the main reason, or the main point, is really to deal with yourself and all this stuff which comes up because of your twin flame meeting. And you can sit down, breathe, relax, and any feeling you have, any emotion which is coming up, let it be there. Just sit down, let the emotion be there. Maybe it is the grief, and you are sitting down and let the grief be there. Yeah, just let it flow through your body, to your whole body, in your body, and feel it all the time. And it takes time. Maybe it is there for 3 minutes, maybe you are sad for half an hour or an hour, it doesn't matter. But after the grief, there will come the happiness in your whole body and in your whole aura field and so on. And that doesn't work if you are sitting down just once. It is a process, and you have to deal with it more than once. Yeah, you have to deal with it some more time, and it is a big part of the twin flame process to deal with yourself, with your emotions, and to feel them, see them, and be aware of it, so that you can reintegrate it into your own self. And the feeling is the feeling of unity, as I said it before, and it is not the feeling that you need somebody to be whole. Even you don't need your twin flame anymore, and that means not the feeling that you don't need him or her from your brain. Yeah, not these things like, oh yeah, I accepted, he or she don't want me, it's okay, so I let him go and I'm fine with it. No, that's not what it is about in this process. This is about to let him or her go, and you feel it in your heart. You feel it, that it is okay, that he or she is going not to live with you, or and you are 100% okay with it. You accept it in a 100%, and not from your ego, from the heart. It has to be from your heart. And if you are whole in yourself and you feel the unity with yourself, there has to be the unity in the outside. And in my perspective, it is the unity with your twin flame. Yeah, so I talked about before about the 7 spiritual principles, and one of it is that the unity in your inside, or everything that's in your inside, is going to be in your life in your outside as well. So the outside is a mirror for your inside, and if you are in a whole in yourself, if you are in a unity with yourself, there has to be the unity in the outside. It has to be a mirror in the outside, and in my perspective that means that there's the unity with your twin flame in the outside as well. I don't believe that you and your twin flame are here to have some jobs together, and it could be that if you are in a relationship, you are going to bring something to life together. That could be something in the job, that could be a family or some other projects, it could be. And if you have with your twin flame just and only jobs together and not a relationship or something like that, I believe that it is maybe not your twin flame in your life. It could be that it is another soulmate or something like that, because if you get to know to your twin flame, and if you are going through the process together and alone for a while, you will not want to live with another person despite of your twin flame. That's not true in my perspective, because why do you want to live in a 3D relationship in a dimension of the 3D world when you can be in a relationship of unconditional love? So why do you want that? It doesn't make sense in my opinion. It is important to be with yourself for a while and to take your time. It is important, and your space for your development, the spiritual development and all the development in the outside, which will come as well. In our relationship, at first I was the one who go in a retreat by myself and need many time for myself and alone, because of the high intensity of our relationship. I didn't know what was going on, and I had to deal with all this stuff and the feelings, and it was so intense. So I had to be with myself and deal with it many times. And if you are in the same position, or if you are going through the process and you deal with all this stuff, as I said it before, you will learn that if you heal something for yourself, you will also heal it a little bit for your twin flame. It will be in another connection with you both. You cannot change all the history of your twin flame or change the whole life, because that's what he or she has to deal with as well. But if you solve something, you will get to know that it is another frequency between you and your twin flame. And one thing I would like to mention is that the theme of separation and have no contact with each other is not necessary in my opinion. It's not what we experienced and how we deal with it, because we stayed in contact all the time. We didn't have a whole separation through all the time. I think it is a question of the consciousness and the level of consciousness you both are. If you can communicate really often and really honest with each other, you don't need this separation, and you don't need to have no contact and something like that. If you can talk to each other about it. If you don't have contact with your twin flame, it is what it is. You can't change it in that moment. I always talk to my clients that it is really important to listen to yourself and listen to your intuition. If you want to have contact, or if you want to write or call or something like that, or if you don't want it, you will feel it in a part of the process. And on the other side, you are always in contact on a higher frequency as well. You can't be separated in another dimension. It's not possible. So, okay, that's all for today. Thank you for listening to this episode. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about the topic of letting go your twin flame? Is it possible or not? And yeah, I'm wishing you a happy day, evening, or whatever the time is right now for you. And hear you next time. Bye.